say yeah, yeah, Super
M. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you've seen either of my videos before, you probably know I am self-proclaimed SM trash, and that I like to tell people my opinions. So today I'm here to yell about the good, the bad, and the ugly of Super M. First of all, a brief summary of what we know. We first got wind of the existence of this group a few weeks back, when someone took a video of a random bunch of members from different groups leaving the practice room. Most people assumed that it was for a special stage during an SM Town performance or something, which seemed like a pretty nifty idea. So we all went along on our merry way and ignored it. That is until around a week ago when the news broke that SM was planning to debut a super boy group before the end of the year, consisting of Taemin, Baekhyun, Kai, Taeyong, Mark, Lucas, and Ten. Then of course, everyone went batshit crazy, including myself. I almost made this video then, but I held off because I didn't want to get ahead of myself and decided to wait until we got more info. I knew that we were in for something big, something different, perhaps a game changer, something to shake the tables. But oh boy, nothing could have prepared me for what I woke up to yesterday. Well then, I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely was not that. Now, it's time for a rant. There are a bunch of things wrong with the way this group is coming about, starting with the name. You're telling me that the only name they could come up with for this group filled with star power was Super M? Literally the word sperm, but with an extra letter. Are we kidding? You are setting up this group to be clowned. Before the second announcement, I was pretty much on board with the whole plan, except for feeling generally annoyed as per usual at the fact that SM never promotes their individual groups well, yet still took on board a new project. Finding out that it was a US debut was at the least shocking, but also quite frustrating. Whilst I'm used to the idea of NCT in the West, as an EXO-L it felt a bit like a slap in the face. EXO has had the potential ever since Call Me Baby to be big internationally, but SM throughout their whole career has acted like the group is allergic to the West, never bothering to promote them there no matter the fact that they are still the company's most popular group. For them to suddenly turn around and throw two members in this group that is going to be solely focused on the US honestly felt a bit insulting, considering how much we've begged for this sort of an opportunity for the whole group. Similarly, it's kind of annoying as an NCT fan to see them take these members out of their groups when they are finally getting traction with them. As a Shawwal, I don't really mind Taemin's involvement, with SHINee being on hiatus and him having done so much solo work this year already. I trust him to do what he feels is right and to not overwork himself. All of that being said, those are the only problems that I have with the group itself. The rest of my issues are to do with fans.
Y'all make me sick! Y'all make me sick!
I definitely understand the frustration of fans, but the way some of you are behaving is so petty. Plans to boycott the group, the disbandment tag, shitting on members from other groups. That isn't it. I didn't want to name names, but I'm going to because I am an EXO-L and EXO never hesitate to call us out, so I won't either. I get it if you don't like the group. You don't have to like it, but what's not clicking? Jongin and Baekhyun are in this group no matter what, so people are going to support it. Boycotting is not going to do anything except make the people in the group feel shit about it. LMAO. This could end up being a good opportunity if you let it be one. And if it flops because people are still so angry about something inevitable, then that's just wasted potential. Everyone knows this is a money grab, but literally every single thing SM does is a money grab. They are a company. It's kind of dumb to suddenly turn around now and talk about how they are exploiting fans for money when people buy hundreds of albums on the regular to sit in front of an idol for 30 seconds at a fan sign and no one says anything about it then. The thing that I think has been taken out of proportion the most is the whole permanent group situation. I can't see this group having more than 2 comebacks. I don't think there's anything to worry about in terms of long-term impacts on any of their original groups. Baekhyun literally has to enlist next year. Assuming that he will be a main vocalist, do you think that SM, with their obsession with vocals, will put out a group that only has one main vocalist left? Not to mention the year after that it would literally just be Jongin and the NCT members LMAO because Taemin has to enlist too. For EXO-Ls this is still incredibly frustrating because it means they flushed any OT6 comeback potential down the toilet. But I gave up on SM promoting the group a while back when they couldn't be fucked to do anything with them throughout the first half of the year when it was our last chance for an OT8 comeback. Overall at this point I understand not liking the group. But it's rude towards the artists to be so publicly hateful towards something I'm sure they have worked really hard for. Besides all of that, it wasn't SM that decided to do this out of nowhere, it was Capital Music that wanted it, so honestly they're partly to blame. Now, this is where shit actually gets interesting. At this point in time, I'm going to actively support the group, so I thought I'd make some predictions. Starting with their positions, for Taemin I'm thinking, leader. He's one of the 2 options but I'm more inclined to go with him because of his seniority, main vocalist, and center, based off of the fact he's standing in the middle of their pictures right now, and he's the senior of the group. I'm gonna say main dancer, because, obviously, but I also feel like because he is going to be a main vocal they might push the other 2 a bit more. So it could potentially end up being lead dancer. For Baekhyun, main vocalist, obviously, potentially the leader, only because he's a year older than Taemin, and because my mind cannot grasp the fact that the eternal maknae is supposed to lead a group. However I can't necessarily see Baekhyun doing it either, and Taemin has quite a few years on him. Kai, main dancer, of course, maybe lead vocal. I would like to hear it please, it would be great to have some more lines for Jongin. Visual. Taeyong, main rapper, and lead dancer. I know Taeyong is a really good dancer anyway but like, the other 3 are just too powerful. Mark, main rapper alongside Taeyong of course, we gotta have our NCT rap duo, although I'll be interested to see if they get as many lines as they usually do. Lucas, lead rapper. Maybe a lead vocalist. I've never really heard him sing, but it's listed that he's a vocalist for Wavy so who knows. 10. Main dancer, of course, and a lead vocal, but I feel like he'll probably get the most lines after Taemin and Baekhyun, considering that he is their only English speaking singer, so his pronunciation will be the best. Music wise, I'm thinking something like NCT 127 Superhuman. Honestly as soon as I heard that song along with many others immediately thought of Shiny, and others also thought it sounded like EXO and I think that's also correct because to me, Superhuman is the peak of the SM sound in a single song. So if they're wanting to create the peak of SM groups then they should give them a song like that. I also have 2 working theories here. The first one is that they saw everyone talking about how Superhuman could have been part of all 3 of those groups' discographies and went okay well. And the second theory is that Superhuman could have been this group's song to begin with. Because not only does it sound like SM, the title of the song is literally the exact branding of the group. I'm not mad it went to NCT though, they did a really good job. Now, because there's been so much negativity, I'd like to give everyone some positivity about the project. Firstly, watching the teaser. The raw power of this group is undeniable and you can't tell me that they don't look amazing. Like are we kidding? They're not even giving us a chance to breathe. It's going to be so overwhelming actually having all of these people on stage together. And here are some other things to get excited about. The dance line of this group is probably the strongest out of any group in existence right now. We're finally getting Takai besties together in a project after 5 years. We'll probably get to see Taemin leading a group when he's been so used to being babied by his members for 11 years. We're gonna get Kai and Baekhyun chaos in English interviews. And maybe even a reunion with Ellie from EXO's iconic iHeartRadio interview. Actually getting to see Taemin, Baekhyun, and Jongin doing English promotion for the first time. We'll find out what it's actually like when SM promotes a group properly. And finally LDN Noise has followed, liked and commented on the Super M Insta, so we can assume we're getting some fire music. So thank you everyone for coming to my TED Talk. That's all I have for today. Not gonna lie, I spent like 2 days straight making this since the news dropped, even though this is probably gonna flop. So hopefully you enjoyed, because it was something that I wanted to make. Anyways, the message is that you don't have to love the group, but just play it by ear, and at the very least just keep supporting your faves. I'll see you all soon with another video.